Was geht weiter?
Optic fall to Team Envy and Aches in a crazy, crazy ending there on Alpha. We are back, of course, on the desk. I'm your host, KD Bedford, joined by Nameless, Pac-Man, and Momo. Momo, what was that? We're gonna pull up a replay here in a second at the end.
I mean, first things first, what a game, what a series we've just seen already. But Optic Gaming, again, clearly seeing that they are beatable. You know, we saw obviously the performance at Vegas, and for me, yes, you can kind of talk about Aches and Paddy P doing what he always does. Even Apathy was kind of the, the kryptonite, if you like, to Optic Gaming for a long time. But it's just the consistency. Players that go under the radar, your Assault, your Silly. These are the guys that are putting those numbers up alongside your Hughes that are just showing consistency. Again, I think specialist use was key towards the end of the game, but this actual hard point was so back and forward, it was incredible.
Before we talked about had people caught up to Optic Gaming yet at this point. Clearly they have. That was nasty, by the way. That was nasty. We have to figure out what happened here. I know. Well, it gets incredibly hectic. Damon grabs one player and gets traded instantly. After that, it's chaos.
It was chaos, but there was a moment where Optic pretty much like blew it, and they let Assault get a two-piece. If Assault doesn't get this two-piece with the ICR, I firmly believe Optic run away with this game.
Well, I'm pretty sure that was Krim that slid at him.
Yeah, Envy was spawning out mid-U, so I think it's right here where Envy break back in, they get a couple kills, and then Assault ends up having to get a two-piece. Right here gets one, and he turns around and he kills Krim. So if Krim kills him, Damon gets to keep that grab slam, and he uses it on Hook over there, pushing in from the fountain.
Where does Ace come from here? Does he jump up from water, or does he just run up the left side? He gets a three-piece here, which ultimately decides the game.
Yeah, it was chaos.
It's pure
nevertheless,
chaos.
if Assault doesn't get that two-piece of the ICR, I think they close that game out right there, and we see a possible game 5. But throughout that series, like, Envy just played amazing, and we were playing the waiting game with the Envy roster. Like, we were waiting for players on this team to step up, like Aches, like Apathy, to become consistent, and they did it right there.
Aches just dropped 7,000 damage.
And Assault all playing good. Like, that's what Envy's capable of. And that's what we're waiting for.
Yeah. Also, of course, in Pool D, we do have teams in Bravo right now. Reciprocity versus United 1-1 on map 3.
Oh, this is a win that United just desperately needs. If they don't get this win, along with all the stuff that was going on with them in the roster moving period, it just, their vibes are just going to be completely off for the rest of the tournament. They need to get this win for sure against Reciprocity, who was the bottom seed coming in. Yes, they did beat Optic, but still going in, this is a match that United for sure thought that they had.
Yeah, I mean, if you're putting Band-Aids perhaps over hurt feelings, then you end up losing 2 in a row on the first day. That might rip the Band-Aid right off.
Oh, it's got to suck. I mean, United, starting off going 0-3 against Envy. You know, we just seen Envy now 2-0 in their pool. Reciprocity, if they win this, they're 2-0. It puts United in a world of trouble. It puts Optic Gaming in a world of trouble. And this pool itself is insane, to kind of say the least. And to think that a team like United and Optic Gaming could potentially start and lose. I know there's a lot that goes into it. But credit to Reciprocity, because again, going into this, there's 3 huge organizations, and they've kind of just gone, you know what, let's go, let's do this. And they've kind of gone into the tournament, and especially with Dylan, you see him again.
A shining star for them, absolutely.
It's incredible. And again, so much pressure on such a young player. This is maybe their time where they could crumble. They could kind of, show their weaknesses. We saw how good he was at the PLQ, but that's just a different atmosphere. That's somewhere where you're in a studio, you've not got thousands of people watching in the actual arena, but he's performing.
Yo, Momo and Katie, did you guys watch the last trading shots? Do you remember me and Pac-Man's big argument about United and Envy? About how he was like, Envy tried to make a bunch of changes, and you think they're going to be compromised? Why would EU be compromised? I mean, I don't know. I think the turmoil might be getting to them just a little bit here in Fort Worth. I do think that.
I like the way you give him a little side eye and smirk when you're about to drop that.
Envy looks amazing. Like, I'm just saying, Merc didn't give me any points there in that. All I know is what's happening now.
So Joe's the monster is what you're saying.
Yeah, it was rigged from top to bottom.
You're still upset about a trading shots episode.
No, I just know that I was right about that, and now that it's true, I have to let you know that.
And now the whole wonderful arena knows too.
Yep, I had to let everybody know. Earlier, Rec was up 2-0 on this map in Control versus Optic Gaming, and Optic won 3 straight, which happens a lot on Gridlock, but It's looking like they're about to go up 2-0 again, so we'll see if history repeats itself. But
bei uns hat er immer Spielautomat mehr herum.
we have to close out the third round.
Was? Spielautomate,
A lot
was?
of fans will tweet about pools and stuff. Guys, we don't know. Like, Optic is 2-0-2. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that goes into it, so we can't say for sure. But it's looking like they're gonna be in losers bracket.
It's looking like it is looking like the losers bracket. We don't have confirmation yet because it could come down to some tiebreaks and stuff. League Ops got a lot of stuff to go over and figure out. But right now, Optic does need to pick it up and get some wins on the board. Just as
JP said the last time that Optic has been in losers bracket out of pools at an open event was Seattle, and that was before they made a team change. That was their last event with Formal.
Ja, man,
and then having at champs
and then champs.
Yep. So once Optic gets out of groups, they're great. When they get to the winners back out of groups, they're great.
I mean, historically they've been really slow on Fridays, right? But they don't have that luxury now. No. Only playing the three matches.
And there's not that extra, team to play against that can, make some waves. You got to find your form today.
Yeah, that's the big point. Is there's not this open bracket team kind of coming in to stir things up, which they can steal a game and then lose by 3-0 and transform the stats, if you like. The crucial thing, and I didn't see the reciprocity Optic game directly on this map, but they're coming into this with Tac 5, Tempest, Grab Slam, and 2 streaks. Like, this is where they need to end it now.
They actually need to end it now. So what happens is they use all this, they use all their stuff, they use all their stuff, and then now they're on the back foot. Even though their heads technically, now the other team has their specialists. And that's how it flips on its head so quickly.
Yeah, so this is what happened last time. And they actually decided to go A last time they played Optic, and they used their grab slam. They got a 3-piece, but they didn't get A. So here they decide to go straight towards B, and they're able to get all 3 ticks. And now they're also getting progression at that A point. So kind of learning from your mistakes, right? Like where you threw that game against Optic earlier, you save your specialist and you go for B, and now you're in a position, you're up 11 kills, and you're making progress towards A. You should be able to win. That's impressive to be able to learn from your mistakes and switch it and fix it right away.
Immediately.
And play that map again. Rec is looking fantastic.
They are looking fantastic, but EU United, again, this is not the EU United that we saw previously. And again, credit to Reciprocity, you don't want to take anything away from them, but they've closed it out by losing, 5 lives here? Make it 6, and it's done.
I mean, sometimes it's just as simple as look at the scoreboard. Everyone on United was negative.
Von unserem
They're getting slaughtered across the board. Reciprocity's slaying power is the real deal. Yeah. I'm not sure how they improved so quickly.
Dylan, he's got
it. Can't just be one person. No,
but Dylan, look at what Priest did.
Dylan's done amazing. Okay, but Kenny switched roles. Kenny started playing a lot better. Kenny's been playing amazing.
Yeah.
Slasher stepped up. Octane stepped up. It's one person obviously can help, obviously, but it can't completely change your team.
It can, in a sense, where when that one player joins, and especially if it's a player like Dylan, if it's a player like Priester, who is aggressive, who is what you needed, and he opens up the map for you, it can allow you to kind of actually play your role. You're not picking up for the slack of somebody, It can help like that, especially with Priesta. Mostly on 100 teams, you see that happening. And we got a lot of data to go back and look at and be like, yes, one player can make a big difference. And those guys are comfortable in their role, and I think this is in progress for Reciprocity right now.
Yeah, so one player, Momo, can certainly change things. We've seen it now with Dylan and Priesta, but to Pac's point, that seems like a fairly rare phenomenon.
You can't give all the credit to one man, but I think similar in both cases, Priesta and Dylan, they come on the team, they put more kills on the board, they make it easier for their ARs, Shawnee, Wuskins, or whoever it is. I feel like in Reciprocity, I think Shawnee kept having some off maps, whether it be in the PLQ or whatever it would be, and people thought, would it be Shawnee to kind of make way? But he seems to be performing better because Dylan, it's this domino effect. Maybe it's that honeymoon period, but for me, Dylan has been exceptional in S&D, and that, again, is a game mode you've got to be good at. Reciprocity, though.
I mean, look at this. Yeah, look at Pool D. We could end the day with EU and Optic not potentially getting any wins.
That would be mind-blowing, right? Well, they have one of them has to get a win. So yeah, that would actually be mind-blowing.
Anything can happen in this moment. But coming up again on Alpha, now that that's done, we have Splice and LG.
For first and second, that match is going to determine who gets first and second. Both of them are in winners, and those are 2 teams that got top 4 at the last event. You expect them to, make that run, and they're both performing very well thus far.
Yeah, but it's so interesting to me, though, Nameless, because you kind of have 2 teams that were slowing down at the end of Pro League and are starting off very, very well here.
Yeah, Splice sort of was slowing down in Pro League. Luminosity was sort of on the uptick. At the end of Pro League, they were playing pretty good. And Luminosity and Splice, they're just deadly teams. Like, once they get to that bracket, once they're out of this and they're in that bracket, you respect them. Like, they have so much talent, so many championships across the board, MVPs across the board in those 2 teams. And when you play a team like that in the bracket, they have so much length power. You just have to like go hard. You have to take them seriously, whether they're on a downward spiral or not.
Now we got to remind everyone, coming up after Fort Worth, we do have London. We are heading over the pond. You have it up on your screens. We want to see you there. Please come join us. It is going to be a fantastic time. But we got to get through Fort Worth first. And right now, I mean, some of these teams, Nameless, I feel like they're like, I just got to get through today.
Yeah, that's a long flight to London.
It's not that bad. It's like going East Coast to West Coast. Pretty much the same thing.
It's like 7 hours. Super long.
Which is like 6 hours.
It's worth it, okay? We're going back to London.
We are going back to London. Again, you saw that information up on your screen. But the likes of Optic, E-United in dire straits here on the very first day of CWL Fort Worth. But we have so much coming up. You're not going to want to miss it. We will be back in just a moment.